Hello lone wolves and welcome. This video is a pilot for a new show on this channel called The Wolves Weekly Listicle. For those who don't know, a listicle is an article in the form of a list. Personally, I like this format because it's concise and fun to make. That's why I'd like to incorporate this into my schedule. The first weekly listicle is about the Sigma male. I've got a lot of positive feedback on my video called Hierarchies and a Sigma male, link below. So I've decided that I continue making content about the Sigma male. Of all male types based on the alphabet-based categorization of men, the Sigma male is definitely the most mysterious one. If you want to know what he is up to, please stay tuned. A Sigma is not a boasting macho alpha male that seeks dominance and approval above everything else. Nor is he putting women on a pedestal like that vajayjay worshipping beta male that is willing to work his ass off on the plantation. Like an omega male, he is not concerned with outside validation, but he is not a geek either. So, what is he? In this video, I will discuss the Sigma male by proposing 10 values that he lives by. Disclaimer: the content has no scientific basis, the views are entirely my own. Enjoy! 1. No need to prove anything. Opposed to the alpha male, the Sigma male does not feel the need to prove himself or to brag about his accomplishments. Even if the Sigma male outperforms that loud alpha in the room in every way, he simply shrugs his shoulders and keeps his mouth shut. He does not need to prove himself and he doesn't fancy the attention either. His business is his privacy. Not needing to prove himself makes him less susceptible for manipulation. 2. Autonomy. There's nothing in the world that makes the Sigma male happier than his power to decide what he wants to do and when he wants to do it. Of course, Sigmas are not happy working for a boss or having to conform to a group or team. They might do it, however, if it benefits them in the long run, but in general they dislike authority. Especially if the people above him are incompetent or just plain stupid. On the other hand, a Sigma male can cooperate and team together with an authority figure that he respects and who respects his autonomy as well. 3. Ideological independence. Sigmas cringe by the thought of conforming to a set of beliefs that are dogmatic and thus incompatible with his desire for freedom. In general, Sigma males are free thinkers. They are open to all convictions and beliefs, but always remain critical. Converting themselves to a religion, a sect, or a political ideology is out of the question if such a position excludes them from other belief systems. That doesn't mean that Sigma males can't be religious. It's just that he will never give up his ideological independence despite what the priest or imam says. For a Sigma, spiritual belief is a private matter. 4. Intellect. The position of a Sigma male lends for studying, observing and analyzing the world perfectly. His curious nature often leads to him reading the trivia on IMDb every time after he has seen a movie. And he spends his time often educating himself by reading, listening to podcasts and watching videos on YouTube. And especially by watching a channel called The Solitary Wolf. What interests a Sigma male can vary, so there are no rules for what his interests are. He sees it as his duty to get to know the world he was born in. He enjoys to watch the manifestation of the universe unfold from a safe distance, while taking notes. 5. Adaptability. Sigma males are like water. They easily adapt to every circumstance because they possess a lot of general knowledge and good social skills. Because they are such good observers, they are masters at influencing and even manipulating other people. A man with the Sigma personality is often a trustee of an influential and powerful alpha male, not only because he is a good listener, but because reliability and integrity he deems very important qualities. 6. Solitude. A Sigma male attaches value to spending time alone. He needs his solitude to charge his battery and simply enjoys his own company. In solitude, he creates his game plan, he builds his business and takes good care of his own well-being. It doesn't mean that he hates group settings. He might even enjoy them. But after a while, he gets the desire to retreat and let the dust of human interaction settle. For a Sigma, solitude is strength and a core principle of his life. I think this is quite self-explanatory. 7. Introspection. Since Sigma males fancy solitude so much, they are quite aware of the power of introspection. They take time to contemplate on what's going on in their lives, but also reflect on the past and plan for the future. They will re-evaluate their thoughts and ideas, drop the outdated and adopt new ones if necessary. Introspection will make them stronger and wiser human beings. 8. Civil disobedience. This is a fun one. A Sigma male does not like authority. He doesn't like anything or anyone that tries to decide what he should do or what he should think. In fact, he mocks authority. If he sees the opportunity to ridicule the status quo, it's not unlikely that he takes it for his own entertainment. Also, he loves to break all these silly laws from time to time. According to philosopher Henry David Thoreau, civil disobedience is a duty. One of his great works called Civil Disobedience is devoted to this. I've read his masterpiece Walden in the past, which is absolutely wonderful. A Sigma male knows that rules from above are meant to keep us walking in line like a herd of sheep. So he lights a cigarette in a non-smoking area or rides the bicycle on the sidewalk instead of the road. Yeah, I know these are just small things, but breaking the rules from time to time without being a criminal is kind of cathartic. 9. Winning by not playing. A Sigma male chooses his battles carefully. He realizes that most battles are simply a waste of time. Let those alpha males dominate the room. Let those omega males play their video games. And let those beta males put women on a pedestal. The realization that he has the power to pick and discard battles sets him free and keeps him unaffected by the turmoil around him. The Sigma male is very selective in his actions and does not follow the herd at all. This saves him a lot of time and energy. In fact, the Sigma male wins by not playing. 10. Silence is golden. Speaking is inferior to keeping your mouth shut as far as a Sigma male is concerned. Not only you are giving away valuable information when you're talking all the time, you are not listening either. He who knows does not talk. He who talks does not know. Abraham Lincoln once said, "Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt." That was it. If you like this show or have a listicle idea, please let me know in the comment section. If you like my channel, please like, subscribe and bang the bell. You can also follow me on Twitter. If you like my work and want to say thanks, please consider donating by PayPal or Patreon. I want to thank these recent donors. You guys are great. And if you don't want your name on the screen, please let me know beforehand. My email is walkwiththewolf@outlook.com. Thank you for listening. Keep it solitary. Goodbye.